Okay, we are back again online. Sorry for this. The internet is doing the way they know how to do in Nigeria. But truly tonight we are going to be blessed. So I'm waiting for Dr. Akintayo to join us again. Then we will go online again. Yes. Dr. Steve. Please wave to me, Dr. Steve Akintayo, if you are there. Oh, I'm trying to bring him on. Please, you can. Okay. I'm trying to bring him in now. I'm trying to bring him on. Let's wait for the internet to be able to, for IG to bring him. So sorry for the technical issue we are having tonight. You can also request to join, Doctor, if you can see me. Can you please wave to me, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, if you can see me? Can you wave back? I'm finding it so difficult to add you. This is very funny. So tonight we are talking about maximizing 2025. I will keep on trying to add Dr. Steve Akintayo. If I don't know the reason why we are having it's so difficult to add him. Maybe my team will get in touch. Okay, I think it's coming up now. It's coming up now. Okay, doctor, so sorry for that. I think the internet just threw everybody off balance. That is to
Hey,
say, you are welcome back to. That is our way of welcoming you back to Nigeria. So sorry for
This
that.
is yeah,
Now
no
let's go
problem.
straight to the business of the day. With your experience, how can you advise or counsel people to maximize 365 days that a year will give?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's good to be here. I will start by saying that um, vision is the beginning of greatness in anything you want to do in life. You start with a vision. So, what's the vision that you have for this year? As I landed from Abuja, I met uh, a very interesting person. Before I was able to afford owning a car, I used to use the hired taxi. And this guy was because I had started public speaking even before I bought a car.
Wow.
And I get all these invitations here and there. And of course, I had to rent, a car to take me there. And this guy was my major taxi guy. And while I was just coming out of, the baggage place, he was waiting to pick one of his clients. And he saw me and he just started shouting,
Wow.
you said it. I
Wow.
remember I saw one of those your office. You wrote 1 billion naira. I was smiling when I saw it because this is a man who doesn't even have his own car.
Wow.
Writing that he will make 1 billion naira.
Wow.
And today, you said he just kept shouting, you said it, people in the airport probably were wondering what this guy is talking about. Then you said it, you said it. So it begins with a vision of where are you going.
Where
Every
are you going?
year, yes, every year I write the amount I want to make for the year, right? The truth about that image, it took me 3 years later before I could do what was in that image that driver saw. But it doesn't matter. I did it.
It was
And
a target.
I can assure you that if I wasn't intentional to have even dreamed that high, I would not even be near that today. So I
Wow.
always say this, and I want everybody to type it in the comment section right now. Dream so high that failure will be a success.
Dream so high
Yes,
that failure
that
will
failure
be
will be a success.
failure
In order,
will be a success.
yeah. So imagine the year I wrote that. We didn't do 1 billion, but we did over 100 million. This was many years ago,
That's a
right?
good one.
But 100 million was better
It
that
was
year than nothing, than 5 billion. Okay? So dream so high that even when you fail to hit that, that dream, you will still have succeeded, and that's one of the philosophy of my life. I'm never afraid to dream so big, because what I have learned from that is that by the time I dream so big, you are mocking me, before you are done mocking me, I will have hit my target,
Wow.
and we'll see who the joke is on,
Wow.
right? We'll see who the joke is on, right? So, how he did hit his target. Well, before we say Jack Robinson, I will still hit it. It may take a
Yes.
while. And
Yes.
you will then realize that it was you that didn't dream big. Just like in the case of this driver, he's still doing that
Driving.
business.
It's still
This
a
is,
driver.
this is probably 8 years later.
Wow.
Same business. He has not improved. He has not. By now, he probably should have had multiple cars, even if he's still going to continue the car business. But he's probably afraid to dream. Thank you. Afraid to dream. Because he, by himself, was telling me that he was practically laughing when he saw that, like, he said, I saw it in that your office, your cupboard. You wrote 1 billion. So when I saw it, I just laughed that this guy now, at least me will be driver. I know say he's not near 1 billion. So dream so big that failure, right, will be a
Will be a
success. Failure in that dream will
success.
still be a success, right?
Thank you. Your people said I didn't introduce you very well, that they want to know more about you. Let me, I, I apologize for that. Because the thing was throwing us off and down, everybody's excited. This is Dr. Stephen Akintayo, the chairman of GTEX Holdings. GTEX Holdings. You can follow him on Instagram at Stephen Akintayo, more than 1 million followers. Go and follow him there. A real estate Mongol with offices across the globe. 2023 Forbes Best of Africa Investment Coach. Wow, that's the one I love most among everything. Best of Investment Coach. So you can follow him. And he's the only husband of my namesake, Bisi Akintayo. That's the one that gets me excited most. So please follow my sister, his wife, at Bisi Akintayo. Everybody go. If you don't follow him, I will not continue this program tomorrow. Go and follow Bisi Akintayo. And she's an investment coach. She's so fantastic. I brought her to my wife program last year. It was something else. We appreciate her. Now, another question I want you to answer is, some people said, I have vision, I have goal, but for years I couldn't achieve it. What happened? What should I do?
Very good question. I think as much as you start with vision, there is now the next phase, which is methodology. How do you then execute the vision? What are the processes, what are the people, and I would say there are maybe more than four, but let me just give four critical tools for executing your vision. Four critical tools. Number one is money tool, but it's not the most important. Money tool,
Money too.
and you will need money to execute any great vision. So as much as you have this big dream, the question is, do I have the money for it? And I would say this, there is no unrealistic goals. There's only unrealistic timeline. There's no unrealistic goal. There's only unrealistic timeline. That's why you do your money tool and say, okay, my money tool as of today, can it achieve the dream? If it can, what aspect of it can it achieve?
Okay.
Because some of us, the problem is, yes, I intend to own, I'm just giving an example, 100 acres of land. Okay, but you don't have money for 100 acres of land estate now. Okay, maybe the money you have is for one plot. Start there. There's always a starting phase to every great idea.
Wow.
But money tool is important. Number two tool that you need to achieve every great vision is what I call social capital. Social capital or reputational capital. What is the reputation? And this is not to say you're a bad person. There's a season of your life, people just don't know you. And because they don't know you, they can't trust you. There's a season of your life where your business is not yet known. Your business hasn't gotten a reputation. I mean, Pastor Bisi is here. There are some people that 20 years ago he cannot afford to invite for his event, right? Even with money, they will still not come. But now there are people that they won't even ask him for money to show up because over the years, there's so many people who have testified from his impact, from what he does. So it's easy, his reputation, right? So people don't know that there's reputational currency, right? It is powerful. Social capital, perception of people, right? About your business. And unfortunately, that one will take time. It's not sudden. You can't start any vision today and then you now have a reputation tomorrow. It will take time. People will study you. I know people who reach out to us and do business and say, I've been studying for 3 years before I just did business. Some have been studying for 5 years before I did business. So it will take a while and you just have to be patient with some of these things. But start the reputation today. Is one day we start to build a reputation. Don't say I will then wait 10 years later. No, you start now. You start the reputation now. And let me give a powerful secret to this. Have a big mouth.
Mouth.
Have a big mouth.
And
Somebody said something.
And you have that.
Somebody said something very powerful. He said, you cannot afford to be poor and be quiet at the same time.
At the same time.
You can.
I love that.
Reverend Victor said something to me recently. He said, I knew you before we met 6 years ago. I met Reverend Victor 6 years ago. But he said, briefly before we met, he had known me. He said, my words were like this.
Yes.
My what was like this.
Yes.
He said, but in the last 6 years, I see you close the gap.
Your word caught up with your words.
Exactly. He said, close the gap between your words and your words.
In those about 5-6 years ago, when I listened to it, I said, hey, this boy, see the way he's talking. This one, people will say he's proud. People will say, but I discovered that at times some people will give you back on in the comment area. You give them back. You get them back. Wow.
I'm the son of my spiritual father. I have no choice.
You get them back word for word.
It's a serious one. But in reputation, you have to have a big mouth. Elon Musk has a big mouth. People don't know the year ago Elon Musk brag that he will do an autonomous car. Toyota said it's not possible. BMW said it can't happen.
It can't happen.
Mercedes said it is not
It's
possible.
not possible.
That a car will drive itself. It's not possible. As Elon Musk not achieve it. It took him over 10 years. It took him years, but he has achieved. But imagine he's quiet. Will anybody invest?
Nobody will believe.
Nobody. And he will not have been able to raise the money for those projects, even though it's possible. So you must understand that the reason how you build your reputation is to make declaration, is to say this is what we want to do. This is where we are going. Some will mock you, but even their mockery will be part of the publications and publicize you. Because some people will still give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
Right? So in building a great reputation, have a big mouth. You cannot be poor and be silent at the same time.
At the same time.
No.
At least if you are talking, you have nothing to lose.
Exactly. You get richer, you cannot become more quiet. At this point now,
you talk less.
Old money. But when you are just starting, make noise. Say we are going to be the best. We are working on this. We are going to change this. We are going to change that. You have to say it. Forget that people will mock you, but it's part of how you now grow your reputation. Because when you now get there, those who were hearing you 6 years ago, 10 years ago, we recognize, say, we knew this guy. We knew when
we are not surprised.
We are not surprised. Exactly. Yes. So that's number 2 or number 3? Is
number
that
two.
Number 2?
Number 2.
Number 2. Number 3, 2, under methodology. I'm talking of methodology for achieving a great vision is knowledge capital.
Knowledge capital. Is somebody
I always say, I always say this, that if your current capital is not enough to achieve your vision, empty it in your brain.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Empty it in your brain.
It's to get knowledge.
It's a brain seed. Any capital that is not enough to achieve a vision is a brain seed. Sow it into your mind. Sow it into your brain. Right? A lot of people think that of everything God has blessed me with, I argue that one of the most precious is my investment in my mind. My mind is rich. Oh, Jesus. And I spend good money
on it.
Good money. In March, I have a training, $20,000 I paid for. In May, another one in Harvard, $150,000.
$150,000
to empty it in this head.
Wow.
When I see people talk about my success, what we're doing, I just say, well, even what we're doing in the US, I went to meet a guy that owned a business worth $8 billion in the US, real estate. And sir, in a space of 2 years, I paid this guy over $250,000 to understand US real estate market. Yeah. To understand it. So that's why today now, most people I meet there, we've been here 20 years ago. We've been doing the same real estate. We've not done what you are doing. What are you using? How? Wait. You just see people, and of course, some of them will throw doubts. Are you sure? Oh, what is it? We don't know. We need to be careful.
It's not real.
It's not real. We need to be careful. My older brother said something to me. I was shocked because I used to think it was just me alone. People just have these doubts. Boy, you're young. you know, it shouldn't be worth that. There must be something. Boy, money laundering, you know. So we got talking, me and my older brother, and he was sharing how in Otta. This is Otta, not. And then he had just changed 2 cars. He bought one for his wife. He bought one this was many years ago anyway. And he just bought a new one. He does agribusiness. He's always in the north. So he comes back maybe once every 3 months. And then because he had driven, the car was a bit dusty, but it was a new car. And then when they went out, somebody went to write on the, because of the dust, you can write on it. Use your hand and write. And he wrote Baba so, Ole.
Only.
In bracket, thief. In fact, that was when I give up. I said, you have not even. And my brother is way more conservative than me. It's a Toyota car. It's not Rolls Royce.
How much is it?
Yeah.
How much is it?
Yeah. Somebody wrote. Because they knew our story when we were growing up, struggling in the same house. And then you go for 3 months, come back, they say new car. No, you can't be legit. It can't be legit.
They can't.
Meanwhile, what is missing for them is knowledge capital.
Wow.
They can do the same if they just know what the person knows. So when people
they will do what we are doing.
Yeah. So when people challenge me, how you do? I say, you just need to spend money on learning, on training. The Bible says, buy wisdom, sell it not. Buy.
Knowledge capital. Is somebody learning? We have money tools, we have reputational capital, we have knowledge capital.
Yeah, and they can use knowledge tools as well. You can use
even each of these is enough for a whole session of training. Each of these. Which one is number 4?
Number 4, and we Christians miss this the most.
Wow.
Right? Honor. I always say this, that if you can master the art of honor, you can never be poor again in your life.
Can you imagine?
Never. You can never be poor again in your life. If you can master the art of honor. I realized that many of us as Christians, in the name of, it's only God I need. My source.
It's only God I need. I don't need anybody.
I don't need anybody.
So move your mat. Let God spread his own. Move your mat.
So we then lack the ability to show honor, respect, love, appreciation. I have seen people, sir, around me struggle because I did not appreciate the honor they gave me, and I cannot reciprocate back. I treat people the way they treat me, not the way I am. Not the way I am. Not the way I am. And Christians, like I say, are the ones that do this the most. A Christian can see you, he knows you, and he just carry her away. Can even say he's speaking in tongues. And then, may we not be arrogant to our destiny helper this year. May we not be arrogant to our destiny helper.
This is extraordinary. That's one of the things I noticed in you. You began consciously, intentionally surround yourself with people ahead of you.
Yeah.
I saw the way you connected Cosmos Maduka. You see Maduka now.
Yes.
I read the story. I said, "Wow!" I think you met at the airport.
Yes, at the airport some years ago.
Anybody that sees it now, it's like you have met for 20 years.
I'm telling you.
Can you imagine?
A lot of the great relationships around me, people will think we've known each other for years, but the way I honor them, they just became vulnerable around me.
Wow. That is extraordinary. I think everybody is learning something. Before I add the next question, please listen to this, everyone. I have some announcement to make for you. We have this program for couples for 1 year, mentorship program for 1 year. We call it Intentional Couples Club. Intentional Couples Club is not just about marriage, it's about total life. It's about total life. So go to bisiadewale.com/ICC and register for this with a token. Register for 1 year. We are going to be talking about your health. We bring in experts. In the month of January, our focus is all-round success. All-round success. I wrote a book about that. All-round success. How can you be successful in every aspect of your life? They will drop a link of this book in our comments now so that you can download this book. Very small book, so you can read it in 3 hours, but it will turn your life around. Then join the club, ICC, Intentional Couples Club. We discovered that marriage fails because people are not intentional, not because of violence, not because of infidelity, not because we are not intentional. We discovered that people fail in life because they are not intentional. See what Dr. Stephen Akintayo is saying. Look at the amount of money. That's being intentional. So for 1 year, from January to December, we'll be mentoring you. So go to bisiadewale.com/ICC. The second announcement is about the program we'll be having with Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, Millionaire Authors Boot Camp. That will be 27, 28, 29. Everybody, there's a book in everybody. We want to bring it out for you, and we want to teach you how to turn your money to millions, as it has done for me. I have 132 books now selling all across the globe. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel has more than 100. He will be in the house. Go to bisiadewale.com/MAB. Register now to enjoy the early bird, which is just 40,000 naira. After that, it will, before the end of in the next 2-3 days, it will be 100,000 naira. So go and register now. And for 3 days, both of us will be mentoring you. In fact, within 30 days, we will force everybody to write a book. Then we come back to the class, tell you how to sell it all across the globe. I think that is a deal. So go to bisiadewale.com now/MAB. Register for these 2 programs, and your life can never remain the same. Now, do you know that you have answered the next question I supposed to ask? How can you surround yourself with people that will influence you? I don't think I need to ask you that question again. Another question is, what should entrepreneurs focus on to scale their business effectively in 2025? You want to move from one level to another as entrepreneur based on your own experience.
Beautiful. I think first thing is an average entrepreneur needs to do proper analysis of the new year. If you know, I will say get an economics and get a spiritual mentor.
Get what?
So here what
The first
get
one,
get an economist.
I want them to hear it very well.
Economist,
Economics
and then get a spiritual mentor. So hear what heaven is saying and also hear what earth is saying.
economics. I love that.
You need to
I
hear
love
both.
that.
And then find the balance.
No, that's the problem with Christian. That's the problem with Christian. We don't read newspaper. We don't connect anybody. We believe everything is by miracle. We didn't know that miracle must marry principle before you have manifestation.
You have to marry the two. I'll give a very practical example. Last year, and this affected our Nigerian business. Thank God we were aggressive internationally, and we were not expecting dollar to rise the way it did.
Wow.
And you know, because we only listened to heaven. And truly, heaven came because our expansion was exceptional internationally.
Yes.
But what happened was that the Nigerian business even affected the expansion we're now doing abroad.
Wow.
Because suddenly we started the year 500 to $1, and then before it reached Jack Robinson, it was 1,800.
Yes.
And it affected so many things. So this new year, we had to get economists to say, predict where dollar will land. They said, well, at some point we rise to 2,800 and
Wow.
the middle ground is 2,000. Ah,
Wow.
we have to quickly make adjustment. If you are owing us money as a customer, you don't pay within so dates, you don't have land with us anymore. We'll
Wow.
even do a refund. No fight. You know, we have to reprice our products, right? 100% increase, because that was also another issue. We never, increase the prices of our product to meet up with the inflation and the devaluation of the naira.
Mm.
So because this time around we have listened to heaven for a glorious year ahead, but we are balancing it to also readjust our price points, our strategy, our structure. So get an economist who can give you a proper prediction of your sector.
Mm.
What kind of growth or decline should you
Mm.
expect this year? But
Mm.
also listen to heaven, because
Mm.
remember, we don't just operate an earthly economy, we operate a spiritual one, so that when both collide, you will see miracle in your business.
Mm. Mm. That's a beautiful, beautiful one. That's a powerful one. I think somebody is learning this. We need to balance spirituality with physicality, if there's any English like that. You need to really sit down and ask questions. I used to tell people that you need to read newspapers, read the Bible, read the newspaper, read Business Day, read every other thing, so that you will know where the economy is. Many Christians will never watch news, they don't listen to anything. How will you know what is going on around you? Wow, I really appreciate you for that. Now, how can leaders inspire and guide their teams toward achieving this goal? Somebody said they didn't get the link. Intentional Couples Club is bcadewale.com/ICC. ICC. Or you can call the number 08068312004. Or you can send me a DM. Then the one for book a millionaire author with Olumide Emmanuel for 3 days is bcadewale.com/MAB. The idea is we want to raise 1,000 authors who will be millionaire. Many of you, you've written your book, they're under the bed. Your books are just there. It is time for you to break the ground. It is time for you to be able, if you have written before, join us. If you have never written, even if you don't think of writing, I said I will teach you how to write within 30 days. We will write together in the class. And for the first time, maybe you will be the first author in your family. So join us. So my next question is, how can leaders inspire and guide their teams toward achieving big goals this year? As a leader, how can you inspire your team? After this, I will bring praise in so that he can greet you.
No problem. To inspire your team, I think first of all, you have to be a leader that can move people from where they are to where they want to be.
A
One of the biggest
leader that can move people from where they are to where
to
they
where,
be.
and they have to see it in you. They have to see that you have moved yourself. One of the
Wow.
major things that make a lot
Wow.
of people get attracted to me. If you Google my name 10 years ago, you see my picture 10 years ago. You see where I was 10 years ago. 15 years ago, you can see where I
You were
was.
not wearing a
5 years
better
ago,
than 15 years
10
ago, 10 years ago.
you know.
You know?
So, so people can track who care to track. You can track the organic growth.
Mm.
And you can then say to yourself, if this man can move from where he was then to where he is now, I want to learn from him.
Wow.
You have to be that kind of leader, because you can't point people to where you have not been. And
Wow.
people gravitate towards a leader that they are convinced can change their lives,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That can change their life. I have one of our intern. This lady joined us 2 years ago, and I can't believe this lady's story is shocking. She joined our internship. In our internship is for 6 months. We trained you. We used to charge, but we don't charge anymore. it's free, but you even earn commission when you sell.
Mm.
We teach you how to sell real estate, how to do all of that. And in 6 months, this lady, of course, succeeded, made sales. But here's the story. In 2 years, she successfully win a car, brand new car from us,
Can you
all
imagine?
expense paid trip, twice, two travels in 1 year, all expense paid by the company. And when she was sharing her story last night, I had a meeting with some group of salespeople. She said, "This man changed my life in 2 years."
Wow.
In fact, she used to live on the main line in one bush, single mother of 3 children. Now she lives in Lekki.
Can you imagine?
All of it transformation by working under our system. Right? So why will anybody else not want to follow me?
Mm.
If everybody in that meeting were asking for opportunity, right? Because you can see that this person turned this person, and most of them were not single mother of 3 children. So I'm in a better position. My case wasn't that bad. If somebody
Mm.
with kind of a bad case can be under this man's tutelage or leadership, and the story turned. So please, all of us who are entrepreneurs, let there be practical changes
Mm.
in the life of those who follow you. I also
Wow.
have this statement to those who work with me. Is either your story change or I chase you out. You
Can
can't
you
be
imagine?
neutral. You can't be neutral under me. It's
Can you imagine?
either you succeed or you are out.
Can you
You can't be
imagine?
neutral because you will soon be an embarrassment to me. They say, see, he's following a billionaire. See, nothing has changed in his life.
His life.
Right? So you cannot be the reason why people will be mocking me. Your life has to
Can
change. Your
you
life has to change.
imagine?
Under my watch.
Can
No, it has to change.
So everybody should learn this. You must first change as a leader
Yeah.
before you can change anybody. If you can't change, if you are not changing, they will not change. So
Yeah.
I remember my principal in secondary school. We always say to us, we that are prefect, he will say, "Bolori o balori, atele oni tele." That is to say, if the head does not have head, the follower will not. He kept on telling us anytime he hold prefect meeting with us. He will say, "You people are coming late to school, and you come yourself prefect. Bolori o balori, atele oni tele." If the head does not have the head, the follower will not follow. In fact, anytime we are going to the meeting with him, we will be saying it because we know he will say it. I think we didn't understand that thing as at that period. We need
Yeah.
to understand it. Now, everybody, you want great people to follow you, then you must be a great person. I think, praise, Bisi Adewale, you should wave to her so that you can talk to your mentor. Please wave so that I can hug you. Today is his birthday. That's my son. Please, the birthday gift he said he wants from you is to help him to tell people to follow him on Instagram.
Please,
He said he wants.
everybody. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If
His
you
handle
send
is
me, if you
Bisi
send me
Adewale
picture,
underscore praise.
if you send me his picture, I will post about him on my
Ah,
page. I think that will even
wow.
do me.
Wow.
That will
Praise, can you
do
call me? Dr. Steve said he will post about you for people to follow you. And I want to even ask him, maybe we have students online. You know, he came out with the
Yes, he said.
and he was very, very strong
And
in
and I
fellowship.
and
On,
I know you are very proud of him.
yes,
Uh, I must congratulate you. You
thank
are
you.
you are it's beautiful when people know they have a father that is proud of them, and it's such and I know he appreciates having a great father like you are.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm not seeing how to add your praise. Can you wave to me? Can you wave? Or send a request so that I can add you. You have Dr. Steve live and direct. Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before that I took him to Dr. Lumide Emmanuel? He had all the time to ask questions. I said, you are talking to great people. It is impossible for you not to be great. Can you ask for me to add you? Uh,
Yes, yes,
can you
he has
praise? Can you
indicated interest. I think,
I can't see him now. He's
yes,
very funny.
yes. Say
He's
I'm here. Yes, I'm
serious.
seeing him. He
I'm
say I'm
seeing
here.
him, but there's nowhere to add
Say
him.
him.
I only see add him as moderator, pin his comment.
And you
Uh,
can add him as
I can add
moderator.
him
Add him as
as moderator.
moderator. Yeah.
Okay, I've added you as a moderator.
I
Will you be able to come in
think
like that?
I think it should work. Yeah, I think it should work.
Okay. I've added you as moderator. As we are still trying to do that, let me ask you this question. How can someone overcome procrastination and build momentum for 2025?
Very
How-
good question. Very good question. I think I'll just give two. There are many ways, but I'll give two. Number one, get a very plain sheet of paper. You can get 100
Mm,
and then write, do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. Right? If you can write on five sheet of paper every day, just be writing, do it now, do it now, do it now. Do it for 30 days. It's a powerful strategy.
can you imagine?
Powerful strategy. Just be writing, do it now, do it now, do it now. So that you get it to your subconscious, the mindset to do things quickly. The
Wow.
second strategy is what we call accountability partner. Get an accountability partner. It can be your mentor, it can be your friend, it can be your spouse. Get
Mm,
somebody who doesn't have problem with procrastination.
mm.
There are some people who are by default, they just do it. Once the idea comes, boom,
When it
they
comes,
move.
they do it.
Make those people your accountability partner, either as mentors, either as friend or as spouse, and let them know that you want them to be your accountability partner in pushing you towards execution, in pushing you towards overcoming procrastination. And I
Mm,
promise you, you will just see a dramatic change. I will
mm,
argue that we see this more with pastoring.
mm.
Unfortunately, we don't see this more in business.
Wow.
There are many successful flag pastors, but many failed flag entrepreneurs. And
Wow.
the reason is because most pastors are able to have accountability partners, either in their spouse, either in their assistant pastor, either in their mentors, and those ones push them towards a more aggressive growth, faster decision-making processes. But in business, we haven't built a culture of accountability partners and mentorship.
Mm,
And it has hurt many businesses.
mm, mm.
Many entrepreneurs are just planning to, hoping to, and never doing it at all.
Wow. 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 Now, how do you normally overcome setback?
Very good question. I remember I went in Houston and one of my mentees said, I have two questions for you. First of all, is is it normal to have a down season in life and
Wow.
business? And then if it's normal, um, how do you manage it? And it's similar to the same question you've asked. And
Mm.
I told her, I said, first of all, you need to know that life is ups and down. That
Life is
you
upside down.
cannot change. That you cannot change. Right? Life is full of. There's a noise from your end. I don't know whether someone is playing something.
Praise. I
Life
think
is
there's noise from your end.
Okay, okay. I've adjusted it.
so so life is ups and down, right? So it's normal. It's normal. Now I then told her this. I said the secret to those you call great is that they've learned to find the average of it.
Mm.
Average of it. So for example, I tell people, I say, when people praise me, I take 50% of the praise and then I reserve 50% for the day they will insult me. And then the day they insult me, I
Wow. You
draw
use it
the
to balance
remaining
it.
50% that they praise me. Then also only take 50% of the insult and keep the remaining 50% of the insult. For the day they will change their mind again and start praising me. so you, those people called great have just mastered how. I tell people, I said, whether I am rich or I am poor, you can't know. My temperature is normal. Whether
Wow.
I'm going through a business crisis or not, my temperature, no. Right? But it's a skill. I wasn't born like that. I learned it. So we have to learn the process of preparing for war in peacetime. I'm
Preparing for
preparing,
war in
yes,
peacetime.
I'm preparing for peace in wartime. Else, you will be at peace, but you still be looking for who to fight because you are used to fighting.
I
You're used to
love that.
fighting.
Yes, praise. Bisi Adewale, this is your mentor. This is Dr. Stephen
I
Happy
Akintayo. Dr. Stephen
birthday
Akintayo
to you.
is your
I guess
boss.
that's why there's music in the background. Maybe it's birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to
Thank you so
you.
much, sir. Thank
May
you so much.
the good Lord bless you.
Make
May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. Praise. May the good Lord bless you.
you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm grateful.
Welcome. Happy birthday. Wish you all the
Thank you.
best. I mean, I love the chemistry between you and your father. It's just amazing. It's just
Thank
amazing. You're blessed to have a father that is so proud of you.
you.
And your father is blessed to have a son that is worthy of being proud of.
Mm, mm,
Sir.
mm.
So,
Thank you, sir. It's a
congratulations.
I mean, the other day, I think I was with my dad and we went to see Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, and that was when I knew that you were going to be live on my birthday. I was like, oh, I must, I was be here. I was like, say hello and everything. Thank you, sir, for being an inspiration. I mean, for many of us that we are just young people and we are looking for people that will be the right role model, not people that want us to make money, but want us to make money anyhow, right? But like making money the right way, not just making money by saying it, but like showing workings. Not that you write a book on 12 steps to make money, but you are begging to contribute
Money.
money. But if you write a book, you'll have to like, physician, heal yourself now. Why are you begging me? If the principles that you are writing will actually make us money, then apply it for your own life first.
Right.
I don't, but I mean, you don't just say it with mouth. We constantly see workings. I mean, from people that I've heard from that work directly with you, not even talk about just even seeing your Instagram pages and all those type of things. I think I have one of my guys that started working with you recently, and he was like, Dr. Stevie Akintayo, Doctor. I said, I mean, I know this man. I've heard things even before you joined him. So, like, I'm not really surprised. So, thank you so much, sir. And I want to also say publicly, thank you for the gift of access. All right. I mean, sometimes I shy away from texting you for access sake. So, but I want to publicly say this and everything, and I'm super, super, super grateful. Thank you so much, sir. And I mean, it will mean the world to me, or in fact, just being here means the world to me. I mean, on my birthday, significant phase of my life and everything. I'm grateful, super grateful, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Send me your picture. I
All
mean, your father has done the work, so you have to live. You have to eat the fruit of your father's labor. One of the powerful thing, and the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. I think the inheritance is not just money; it's a good name.
Mm.
You know,
Ah,
when you, and I'm sure you go around and you introduce yourself and people say, "Are you, Pastor Bisi Adewale's son?" And I'm sure it just opens door. So it's such a blessing, that you have a father like you, because he's invested in so many families. He's been a source of blessing to worldwide, globally. And so you just enjoy the works and then you top up.
Yeah,
Uh, I
honestly,
tell
I
I
mean,
tell my friends, I said, I refuse to raise my children in the US because because all I need my children to do, you even have first class. I don't even need that much from them. Let them just have a clear head, right?
this hate.
Clear head, right? Because what I am building is
Hmm.
enough to last another 4 generations. You
Yeah,
just need to have a clear head to
clear
pick
head.
up from where I am stopping. Clear head. I'm not asking for too much, right? I'm not asking for too much. So some people have labored, and the children will just enter into the labor once they can just have a clear head. The rest will be there for them to take on from there.
Yes.
And I'm happy that you don't know that you're a prayer point for me, that one day I'll have this kind of interaction with my own children,
Amen.
being able to bring my own friends and who are mentors to my own biological children, and I look forward to that happening to me one day.
Honestly, sir, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, when you mentioned that thing about when I go to places and I say, "Oh, praise Bisi Adewale," like just saying Bisi Adewale is like,
Yeah,
I was to be, I was
it
very,
opened doors.
I was very, especially when I just started growing and all these type of things. I was always very embarrassed. Like, why is the attention so much? 100 level when I entered CU, I mean, first day of resumption, I was just entering my hall. My dad was outside. I just noticed that many people had gathered him. I was like, what's going on? And I was like, oh, is that your son? Welcome. All of a sudden, sir, the head of the residency of my school knew my dad. So that is, I had automatic access to some privileges. Like if I needed to
Wow.
change my room, if I needed to repair doors and stuff in my hall, it didn't take some people to take them all the protocol. I'll just send the text, sir, please, oh, my door has already, and before you know it, everything. I mean, and now I'm done with school. I'm done with my service here. I'm going from place to place. By the grace of God, I'm already doing ministry and everything, building my own stuff. I know you are aware of some of the things I do and everything. And now it's not just, oh, because his daddy is this, but like now there's workings that my dad did not just leave a good name, but he raised a good person to leave the name out. Everything. So it's a whole different ball game now that I'm privileged to play on the stuff that my dad has built, but now I am bringing my own equipment. It's a whole different.
I like that. I'm bringing my own equipment.
I mean,
I like that.
I like
I
that.
mean, every generation has to be an improvement on the former, and I've always said that nothing nothing brings joy than the audacity. I'll be speaking in a place tomorrow, and and the theme is audacity. I think what my argument is that what a generation like yours should have is audacity, right? Because the because some people have poured water to give you some audacity, right? For example, there are some things Pastor David Jr. will do, Pastor Isaac Oyedepo will do, that in ministry, that some children who didn't have that kind of father might not be able to do.
Yeah.
So you must know that audacity must be added to whatever you are doing, to know that some people, I can't start at a level anymore because somebody has laid some foundation. But it's also important to run the race with
Yeah,
patience. No
yeah,
matter what, some things will still
time,
take some time,
yeah,
no matter the foundation that has been laid. Of course, it won't take as much as it took your father, but I'll give you background, an example of this farm I went to. They wanted me to buy the farm. It's 20,000 acres in Texas, right? Uh, 20,000 acres. So, but the way they do to reduce taxes in Texas, you then lease the farm to a farmer. So the
Yeah.
seller took me to the farmer that he leased the farm to. So you know how you look at the guy that this guy is young to own.
Also,
I mean, we're talking about the one to the seller is 20,000, but the total land the man farms on is over 100,000 acres.
jeez.
I saw equipment I've never seen in my life. So while we're
Wow.
talking on the farm, before you know, he said, "Oh, my dad is on his way." Okay, I then got curious. Your
Ah,
dad,
who is your daddy?
you know? So the dad came. The dad is now also a worker in the same farm.
Wow.
Then the dad was now mentioning his own father.
Wow.
That's when I then realized he's the third generation.
Transgenerational farming.
He took he took the farm at they were about 10,000 acres and grew it to 100,000 acres. They were, bought modern equipment because he was the first to go to school, properly was schooled, and he studied agriculture. So
Hi.
way he's been able to scale the thing up, I said, this is what we lack in Africa. Oh,
Hey.
Mm. Mm.
this is what we lack in Africa,
Mm.
right? We admire the whites, but some of them are fifth generation farmers, fifth generation entrepreneur. The audacity Donald Trump has, a lot of people don't know. Donald Trump is the third generation realtor. His
Mm.
grandfather moved to America, started gold business, then moved to real estate. His father did real estate, but he was the first to go to Manhattan because the father was just doing
Uh,
family home, all of that. He then said he was doing 40 story. In fact, if you watch his background, even his father was worried for him. He was going to do casino, he was going to do the father, we taught you at this level. You like this.
Mm.
I, the third generation. That's why you see that level of audacity. And I would say to you, that's one thing you must not lack, audacity,
That's
because
it.
of the foundation you are coming
Mm.
wow.
Mm.
Thank you so much,
This is
sir.
this is so interesting. This is story. People of God, people in the house. This praise Bisi Adewale. Help me wish him happy birthday. Then follow him. Bisi Adewale underscore praise. And if you follow praise, don't forget my Oyinbo too. Oh. Go and follow my Oyinbo. Aha. Yomi Bisi Adewale. You want because all these guys, you just follow them, you will not follow my Oyinbo. Yomi, I don't know whether Dr. Steve is even follow my Oyinbo. Go and follow him. Go and follow
from.
Aha. Yomi Bisi Adewale. Ah, I think I'm correct. Aha. So thank you very much. Before Instagram kick us out, we need to kick ourselves out. But before I allow
I
Dr.
followed
Steve,
her, but I
you
know I'm
follow her now.
following, but I know I'm following
Thank you.
praise.
Thank you for following my Igbo. Thank you. And your Igbo too is very close to her. They are very, I love the chemistry. I love the chemistry. Tell that lady that I love her humility. I love her humility, and the Lord will preserve her in the name of Jesus. Let me. Some people are
Amen.
asking question that the thing I announced about intentional couples club, whether it's online, it is entirely online. It is entirely virtual. We have several couples here now. So go to bcadewale.com/ICC. Just go and see what we offer first. Just go and see what we have to offer for 1 year for you from. So go to bcadewale on .com/ICC. Then the book Millionaire Authors. Go to bcadewale.com /MAB. Then order for this book. It's on seller, all round success. Just see the comment. We are going to pin the comment or go to my or send me a DM I will send you all the detail or call our numbers. Everything will be there for you. Thank you, everybody. So now, can you just tell all your passing shots for the youth, how they can rise up from nothing to become somebody?
Well, first of all, thank you again for inviting me. It's good to be here, and I've had a great time sharing a few things. I will say for the youth, um, you were born for such a time as this.
Mm.
The problems you see are opportunity for you to make money. And don't let anybody scare you. Everybody also started from the bottom. Um, don't be afraid of failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is not the pathway to success. It's just normal to fail. It's just okay to fail. But what is wrong is if you stop at failing, because you ultimately will not fail if you keep trying. Just see it as one of those experiences you must go through. Dust yourself, move to the next phase, but keep grinding, keep moving, and don't stop. Don't stop. This year, 2025, don't stop. Keep pushing it. Ignore the mockers. It's normal. I said something in one of my posts on my page. I said, this year, 2025, your mockers and your haters must gang up to push you to your palace, like they did against Joseph. It must happen. So don't worry when you start seeing gang up, mockery, hatred. They will announce you where you are not supposed to be announced, and your destiny will totally turn around in Jesus' name. Thank you for having me.
I
God
love
bless you.
that. I love that. Both your mocker, your haters, they will gather together and they will announce you. I think that is enough for somebody to sleep over it tonight. This program continues tomorrow on IG Live. This IG Live continues tomorrow on this page. Please, if you are not following me, follow me at Bisi Adewale so that you can be part of this tomorrow. And on Sunday, we are going to be bringing Olumide Emmanuel before the end of this program. So join us tomorrow. We are going to analyze a lot of things, and all of them are international, intercontinental guru. But what I love most about them is none of them is Ajibola. None of them. They didn't find it on the road. We can trace their stories. I was telling him jokingly that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, you were not wearing agbada. Can you even afford a shirt? Can you even afford it? You can go online and check his past pictures and see the trajectory. That is to say, if you can make it from one backside of Lagos, you too, you can make it. This thing we are going to continue tomorrow, maximizing 2025. Maximizing 2025. So once again, Dr. Steve Akintayo, we really, really appreciate you. Thank you, my son. Just thank you for what he always say behind you, the gift of access. Thank you for giving him that access. Thank you for taking him into your cloud. We appreciate you so greatly. We can only say we are Oliver Twist. We want more from him. God bless you. We appreciate you. Bye.
Thank
You are welcome.